Yo, Sanjo Uche here, people. Welcome back to the channel. Where today we'll be talking about Boruto episode 61. So, getting right into it without further delay. Honestly, I must say, episode 61 is a pretty good episode. Like, it's been a real treat watching the anime version of the Boruto Naruto the movie film. It's the anime adaptation of it, especially with all the additions and all of that. But this episode, it's like one of those major additions as well. I mean, the fact that we're even in the finals, the final match of a Chuunin exam is like within canon Naruto canon, quote unquote. It's probably the first we've even reached to this point, honestly, when I think about it. I mean, within fillers, I believe we've reached finals, but you know what I mean. So, episode 61 features a battle royale match between Shinki, Sarada, and Boruto, with of course Sarada and Boruto teaming up against Shinki. Of course, Shinki uses Iron Sand, which, you know, we've seen past we've seen past users, ninjas in the past use Iron Sand, and honestly, going into this match, when it comes down to a fair match, there was no way Boruto and Sarada could actually beat Shinki. Shinki was one of those characters, just like Gaara back in the day, that, you know, from his actions, his battles, his personality, you could tell he's leagues ahead of everybody else. And in this case, he really is, especially since he's gotten training from Gaara himself. Now, the fight itself is pretty interesting. The choreography and the techniques that Boruto and Sarada go in terms of approaching battling against Shinki was interesting. It was fun seeing them strategize using even past battles such as Mitsuki versus Shinki. That was pretty cool to see. Seeing them use the lightning style and the combination techniques with their lightning style, that was pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. And it's interesting because you can see the contrast between a character like Shinki in this episode and Boruto, for example, where Shinki, you kind of that kind of old school Naruto-esque character vibe from him, where it's as I said, even though the kids are skilled from Konoha, they're kind of soft, honestly, and I think it's something going forward that they'll basically take care of. I mean, manga-wise, I've done my manga review at chapter 24. Obviously, the kids are going to grow stronger, especially Boruto with the karma markers now. Well, sorry, spoilers. But yeah, but anyway, back to the main gist of the matter. The fight itself wasn't bad, but kind of going towards the end for a bit there. This episode ends the Chuunin exam portion of it, with things coming full circle with how it ended in the movie with Boruto cheating. But I think what I especially loved about this episode in comparison to the movie is that you get a broader sense of the severity of Boruto cheating. Because in the movie, when Boruto cheated to beat Shikadai, which he did do in the anime, but he wasn't found out, is that he talked to Naruto for a bit, and then Katasuke came in, and then Momoshiki. But here we got to see like the reactions of the crowd, the other four Kage. We did in the movie as well, but in addition to that, you see Shikadai standing up to actually say, "Yo, did you really cheat in our fight?" So it kind of gives you a better idea of how Boruto must feel. And honestly, it plays out much better than the movie. I'm not gonna lie. You can just see the disappointment in everybody's eyes where Boruto's concerned, and the shame in Boruto's eyes. So you can kind of further, I guess, probably empathize or imagine how he feels much more, especially if you're a person who's been, who's disappointed someone before. So that's pretty cool. It's another humanizing aspect, which I definitely loved about the episode as well. Of course, Boruto's choice, the fact that he even has Purple Lightning, which is Kakashi's move, which is the move he used to beat Shinki in the end there, was a pretty cool choice from the animation studio standpoint. Pretty cool there. But it just goes to show you there was no way Sarada and Boruto could beat Shinki. Shinki is a league ahead of them, honestly, and that was evident from day one. But I do love the continued focus on all these other characters and the expanded look and how the Boruto Naruto the Movie film could have ended up. It's a pretty cool take. The additions, pretty substantial. It's an interesting watch, to say the least. Now, by the end, we have Momoshiki and Kinshiki show up, but Urashiki isn't with them, so it kind of has me wondering how Urashiki is gonna play out, factor into the remainder of this arc, which I probably would predict we might have like probably 5 to 7 more episodes, probably, especially if they're stalling for time for the manga to build up, which is kind of hard, especially since it's monthly. But all in all, I thought it was a good episode. The additions compared to the Boruto Naruto the Movie film definitely allows us to probably empathize and, you know, at least connect more with Boruto as a character, or at least understand how he must have felt in that situation a bit more compared to the movie. So definitely an improvement. So really and truly, that's all I have for this one. Rate, comment, subscribe. If you haven't checked out my Boruto chapter 24 review, check it out. I'm doing reviews on the Boruto manga now, so yeah. Sanjay Uchiha, and I'll see you guys in the next one.